Welcome student, welcome to our YouTube channel Chemistry Table. As I told in the next part, that is in the part 14 of the chapter Acids, Bases and Salt for class 10 board examination. At the last part I told, today I will going to start the part salts. So I think all of you already prepared the previous videos, all the 13 parts. If till now it is not completed, then go to the previous videos, make your own note, prepare this acids portion first, then bases. Now today I am going to start the part salts of the chapter for class 10, both ICSE as well as for CBSE. Now look at the board. First we have to, as I told, don't memorize anything. First try to understand the concept regarding what is salt. I think all of you know what is the definition of salt. It is not important for me. First, what is the concept of salt? Look at the board. Suppose I have sodium nitrate NaNO3 and sulfuric acid. They are react with each other. Now look at the board. How many hydrogens are here? 2. Now this sodium, all of you know sodium is most active element. Now sodium replace or displace, give the stress on the term displace. Sodium displace first one hydrogen, then what will form? Na displace one hydrogen, so what is left? HSO4, because one displace, so HSO4 left. Now here one H displace and here NO3 left, so your answer is HNO3. It is side product, it is not important, it is main product. Now give focus here. Again NaNO3 again react with sulfuric acid, but here if sodium displace both of the hydrogen, that is 2 hydrogen, then Na2 displace 2 hydrogen, SO4. Now you can ask me, sir, here only 1 hydrogen, how it is possible to form Na2? Don't consider the first number. Here only 1 hydrogen, how it is possible to form Na2? Don't consider the number. If you give 2 here, then it is called balanced equation. So first don't consider about the balanced equation, just form the reaction first, complete it. So sodium displace these 2 hydrogens, so Na2SO4. Now displace the 2 hydrogen and here NO3, so again HNO3. Again I am telling that don't consider the hydrogen, here 2 hydrogen, but not H2NO3. See, not H2NO3, only 1H and NO3. Don't first consider the number. You just write down the chemical reaction first, then balance it. Okay. So now look at the board. Here only sodium displace how many hydrogen? 1. Here 2. If 1 hydrogen displace, then the temperature is less than 200. If displace both the hydrogen, then temperature is more than 200. Okay, now look at the board. All of you know, if I'll ask you what is an acid? Acid means which ion? Tell me, H plus ion or H minus ion? Acid means H plus ion. Now tell me, here H plus ion present or not? Obviously yes. So this is acid. Here obviously this is acid. Now my question is, here hydrogen present or not? Present. So it is also an acid. Here hydrogen is present. Answer is no. See, there is no hydrogen. So it is not an acid, it is a salt. Try to understand. Sodium nitrate, when react with sulfuric acid, it will form a salt. But my question is, if H is present, then it is called acid. Try to understand, when sodium nitrate react with sulfuric acid, it will form salt. Sometime displace 1 hydrogen, sometime displace 2 hydrogen. Displace 1 or 2, it is not important. Always sodium nitrate when react with acid, it will form salt. But in salt, if 1 hydrogen is present, then it is called acid salt or acidic salt. If there is no hydrogen, then it is called normal salt or only salt. Normal salt or only salt. Do you understand the concept? Now my question is, what is the definition of salt? Whenever, give focus, whenever anyone asks about what is salt, then from this concept, these two concepts, you can write down the definition of salt. Okay, now what is the definition of salt? Look at the board. Just I am trying to write the definition of the salt. You also tell what is the definition, or pause the video, try to write down your own answer. Just I am trying to write down the answer. Look at the board. What is the definition of the salt? See, salt is a compound. Salt is a compound. Simple. Formed. How? Tell me. Salt form how? Between this reaction, when displace one hydrogen or more than one, that is, it is called, see how many hydrogen here, 2, displace only one, so it is called partial displacement. I have 2 hydrogen, anyone displace 1, so it is called partial displacement, and this is called complete displacement. Why? I have 2, this sodium displace all of these hydrogen, so that is called complete displacement. So now look at the board. Salt is a compound formed by partial or complete displacement. Am I right? Complete displacement of what? Hydrogen. Or it is better to write displaceable hydrogen. Displaceable hydrogen atom. Displaceable hydrogen atom. Displaceable hydrogen atom from where? Displaceable hydrogen atom from where? From an acid. From an acid. Okay, so from an acid by what? By sodium. But always it is not possible. Sodium, sometime calcium, sometime potassium, so many. So displace this hydrogen by what? By a metallic ion or ammonium ion. This is the complete definition of the salt. Try to understand. No need to memorize anything. Look at the board again. Salt is a compound formed by partial. Partial means I have 2 but only 1 displaced by the sodium. See, sodium displace 1. Partial or complete. Here 2 displace both of these hydrogen 2. So it is called complete. So partial, these 2 words are important. Partial or complete. Displaceable written 2 times. Displaceable hydrogen atom from an acid. From an acid by what? By, see, sodium metal, all of you know. So metallic ion or ammonium ion. Why it is written ammonium ion? Sometime if you write in place of sodium ammonium nitrate, NH4NO3, ammonium nitrate, then this ammonia replace one hydrogen, then ammonium will produce NH4HSO4. No problem. You can take sodium also, you can take ammonium also, no problem. So both are right. You can write any one, both are right. So do you understand the definition? So note down this. If in exam this question will come, define acid, obviously after definition give any one of these example, or better to give both of these example, because one is partial, another is complete displacement. Do you understand? Now pause the video and note down everything. Okay, now next concept. Next concept, I will start the next concept with a question. Define a salt. Define a salt within bracket ionic definition. So define salt. We already defined what is salt, okay, but what is called ionic definition? See, all of you know sodium chloride a common salt, no? if you break or decompose sodium chloride, it will form Na plus Cl minus. So what is C? Ionic definition. It is a compound. Dissociate, C form two ions. So what is the ionic definition? Salt is a compound which when dissociate form, give focus, understand. Ionic definition means form two ions. So in previous case we define the acid, we define the salt with the help of these two examples. Now the question is ionic definition. So ion, see, this is ion. So now we have to define what is salts with the help of this example. Am I right? So now what is the definition of salt? Salt is a compound which when dissociate form two ions, one positive, another negative. But keeping in your mind, never this positive ion, never it is possible it is H plus, never it is possible it is OH minus. So what is definition of the salt? That is ionic definition. Salt is a compound which when dissolve in water yield a cation, any cation, but a cation apart from, or you can write a cation other than what? H plus. Any cation can form but not H plus. Other than H plus and an anion other than what? OH minus. Keeping in your mind. So any cation, any anion can form. Now is it visible? Okay, let me check. Yes, it is visible. Yes. Now look at the board. So what is the ionic definition of salt? Any salt when dissociate. Don't write when break. Use the chemical term dissociate. May be written, yes. Salt is a compound which when dissolve in water yield. You can write a dissociate. Dissociate. Don't write break. Use the chemical term. A salt which when dissociate form a cation and anion, but other than cation H plus or OH minus like anion. They cannot form H plus as a cation, they cannot form OH minus as an anion. Do you understand? So this is the complete question or all the concept regarding the salts. Normal definition with these two example, ionic definition with this example. Do you understand? Now go to the next topic. Okay, now can anyone tell me what is the definition of acidic salt, that is acid salt? What is acidic salt? Acidic salt or acid salt? Can anyone tell me the definition? As I told already, when acid salt will form in partial displacement or complete displacement? Obviously partial displacement. So answer is, see, acidic salt. Now see, I discuss all the concept and write down the definition in front of you. Nothing is written here. Sometime I write something because it is not possible in a running video. No, I rub everything and write a whole board. It will consume your time. But in that case, I discuss everything. It is not a smart board. Every thing that is in PDF version, everything is answer, question, everything is written. I just explain the concept in front of you. No, I explain the concept as well as I write down the answer in front of you. So you also try to write down the all answer in your own language, in your own word. Don't memorize. Look at the board. What is acid? What is an acidic salt or acid salt? So acid salt will form when? Partial displacement. So see, acid salt is a compound is a compound formed when? Formed by complete displacement or partial? By partial displacement of ionizable hydrogen. Ionizable hydrogen from where? From an acid. By what? By metal. By metallic ion or what? Ammonium ion. Ammonium ion means NH4 plus. Do you understand the concept? So this word is important. Partial, this is your keyword. Partial displacement. Okay. Now if this question will come after writing this definition, obviously you can give this example also. Partial displacement. Okay. So pause the video, note down the answer. Now next question, if I'll ask you what is normal salt. So if I'll rub this, what is normal salt? What is normal salt? Suppose this is my question. Can anyone tell me the answer? Same. See, normal salt. Normal salt is a compound formed by what? Partial displacement? No. So rub this word partial. It is complete displacement of ionizable hydrogen from acid by metallic ion or ammonium ion. Same to same. You can give this example. Do you understand? Now no need to memorize the definition of salt, definition of acidic salt, definition of normal salt, definition of ionic salt. 4 definition already done. So you can write down the definition with the help of this example. Clear? Okay. Now come to the next. Okay. Again, one more time. What is acidic salt? Acidic salt when this sodium replace what? Replace H, no? Give focus. Acidic salt. Why it is called acidic salt or acid salt? All of you know what is the meaning of acid. Acid means H plus ion, no? See, sodium since replace H plus ion. See, how many H here? 2. Sodium replace 1. So 1 left and 1 vanish. Replaced by the sodium. So since it is replace sodium, it replace hydrogen, and hydrogen means acid. Sodium replace the hydrogen and hydrogen means acid. That is why it is called acidic salt. Now I have a question. Suppose PbOH whole twice is a compound. Okay, so it is obviously a base. Suppose I have HCl base. HCl means acid. Suppose how many OH here? 2, no? But if I write PbOHCl, look at the board. How many OH here? 2. But here see, chlorine, this Cl replace 1 OH. Previously it was 2 OH, now 1 OH. Why? Because another OH replaced by the chlorine. Chlorine enter and remove this 1 OH. Give focus and tell me the answer. You have to tell it. Sodium if replace H plus mean acid. That is why it is called acidic salt. Now all of you know base means OH minus. So it replace what? OH, that is base. If replace acid, that is why acidic salt. It replace base. So it is called base salt or basic salt. Do you understand? Can you write down the definition of basic salt? Yes. When that is the definition. Basic salt is a compound same to same like acidic salt, same to same. You just open the definition of acidic salt and matched with my answer. I just telling the answer, you just copy. Basic salt is a compound formed by partial displacement of ionizable OH minus by what? by any anion, Cl minus, anion. See here H plus, that is cation, here displaced by an anion. Do you understand? So this is the definition, and you can give this example also. Do you understand? Done. Okay. So all of you try to write down the definition of basic salt. I already clear your concept, and I already written the fourth definition already written in board. Normal base, definition of base, definition of ionic base, that is ionic definition of base, acidic salt, normal salt, full definition written. You just write down the definition of basic salt. Okay, now according to our syllabus, next topic is type of bases, sorry, type of salts. First salt, 1, normal salt, normal salt. Second, acid salt. Third, base salt. Fourth, mixed salt. Fifth, complex salt. And sixth, double salt. These 5 and 6, these two are very, very important for class 12. If you take science, then these two are very, very important for class 12. Now tell me, I discuss or not normal salt? Already done. Acidic salt? Done. Base salt or basic salt? Done. So these three are left. Fortunately or unfortunately, these three are not in our syllabus. So no need to read this. It is out of syllabus. For class 10th, it is not in our syllabus. So now in today's class, it is already completed. Tell me, I already discussed full or crystal clear concept. I don't want to give stress on memorization. Don't memorize anything. Salt, first don't write down the definition. First write down the examples and try to explain this example. It is actually scientific way. For example, anyone tell you define complex salt. Suppose it is not in our syllabus, but suppose. Don't write down the definition first. First give example and try to explain the concept with the help of this example. So this is your homework. Practice in this way. Give heading salt in your rough copy. Give heading of salt. First write down the two reactions, partial displacement, complete displacement. With the help of these examples, write down the definition of salts. Done. Now give heading definition of salts within bracket ionic definition. First write down the examples. With the help of this example, in your own word, write down the definition of the salt, that is ionic definition of salt. First example, then explain the example. This is your definition. Followed by what is the definition of acidic salt, what is the definition of normal salt. Done, completed. And this is also your homework, basic salt. As already I told the definition orally, but you write down the definition, and these three are not in our syllabus, so you already completed primary concept of salt. Next day, that is in part 15, I'll come with all the preparation of salt. All the preparation I complete in single video, that is in part 15, I complete in a single video, I complete all the preparation of salts. Okay, so till now this is our class. Till now I discuss all the definition, everything. Okay, no problem. So next day I'll discuss the preparation. Now your homework already given. Prepare the previous 13 concept. In previous 13 part, I discuss all the concept that is important for your class 10 board examination regarding all concept of acid, regarding all concept of bases. Today itself I start the concept of salt. Next day preparation. Okay, so thank you all of you. Prepare and write down all the videos and prepare yourself for your coming board examination of class 10. Thank you.